Deep in the mist, the island waits. It waits for the one who dares to take the ferry to Vashmoria.
Your name, sir?
Larch Montroy. And now, Ruraltopia, last stand of the NIMBYs. Larch Montroy here. I believe it's November 23rd, 2032. Not sure of the time of day. My internal data chip doesn't work in here, and I'm beginning to wonder if I'll ever get off this godforsaken island. Things started off quite nicely.
Welcome to the island, Mr. Montroy.
Oh, thank you. And your name is?
Well, I'm not sure I should be giving my name to a marked man such as yourself.
Marked man?
Name's Tina. Tina Buffet. Hop in and I'll show you around.
I negotiate my large frame into a small suitcase, get it in there into Miss Buffet's tiny Solarex car. Then we zip off down a moss-covered roadway. So, Tina, what exactly do you do here on Vashmoria?
Oh, just pick up strange men and take them for joyrides.
Oh, so you're a tour guide of sorts.
Of sorts. Look over there.
What is that? A car? In a tree?
A while back, an old Prius accelerated out of control. Wound up in a tree.
And the tree grew around it.
Started a trend. They're all over the island now. There's my house up on the hill.
We continue up a driveway to a Frank Lloyd Wright-style home that drips with exotic foliage. It stands on a hill overlooking the water. The view is breathtaking and a bit disconcerting. Tina, you live in a lush paradise, but meanwhile you're surrounded on all sides by, let me check my notes here, a polluted quagmire of postmodern civilization on the verge of collapse.
Well, they've made their choices. We've made ours.
You make it sound so simple, but...
It is. They chose convenience, and we chose the opposite. Would you like a drink?
Yes.
Right this way.
And this sunshine, it's the first I've seen in weeks. It's almost as if that bank of clouds out on the water is not moving.
Eye of the hurricane, Mr. Montroy.
Whoa there, little fella. Oh. Yes, that's my hat. Okay, now, give that back, please.
He'll lose interest. Come this way.
Doubtful that I'd ever see my hat again, I follow Tina under a giant, bright, green, hanging python and an ancient blue parrot.
Danger! Danger, Will Robinson!
What did that parrot say?
Oh, he's a fan of retro science fiction.
Use the Force, Luke.
I see. Somehow Tina Buffet knew my favorite drink, a Singapore Sling, heavy on the Benedictine.
Resistance is futile.
Cheers, Larch, to an unforgettable stay.
Yes, and to your red carpet hospitality.
Cling.
Wow. That's the best Singapore Spring I've ever tasted. And it had quite a kick as well, because Tina's head turned into a giant peacock with spectacles that moved with quick bird-like head movements. Everything else in the room was spinning, except for the rhinoceros in the pink tuxedo laughing in the corner. And then everything went black. Oh, that feels wonderful. But I just met you, and I should have told you sooner, but I'm married. Please, I'm not strong-willed when it comes to highly attractive women who won't take no for an answer. Both my wives would be completely ticked if they knew that... Huh? What? Oh. Jarred awake, I open my eyes, and staring at me, cross-eyed, 3 inches from my nose, is a monkey yanking on both my earlobes. Stop that! And give me back my hat! I try to grab it from him, but discover that my arms and legs are strapped tightly down on an angled table. I'm stripped down to my skivvies.
I see that the monkeys make you very excited, Herr Montroy.
Standing in the doorway, petting the monkey on his shoulder, is a man in colorful lederhosen and blonde bobbed hair.
Oof, I like them too. Yes, my little bumpkin. But not so much as you, it seems, yeah?
The mole on his lip twitched as he smirked at me, and any cool that I had up to this point was now completely lost. I'm not sure what you people are up to here, but I came to this island to write an article for Postmodern Living, and I demand an explanation.
That's what they all say, but don't get your panties in a bunch. You've checked out. Bravo. Please, forgive us for having to take the usual precautions.
These are the usual precautions?
Well, if you want to remain an ecotopia that's surrounded by a polluted quagmire of postmodern civilization, yeah, then those are the usual precautions. Yeah. Wolfie, Schmaltzy.
I expected 2 German shepherds to charge through the door and rip me to shreds, but instead 2 orderlies in blue scrubs ambled in and start undoing my constraints.
You checked out.
Congrats, hombre.
Took me 3 times.
Me too.
No way.
Way.
Well, you had kind of pale, dude.
These straps were a bit tight. Which one of you is Wolfie?
Those aren't our real names. I'm Bob.
I'm Rob.
Bob and Rob. Yeah, later Boston calls us what he wants. Tier 1, you know.
Tier 1?
Yeah, the higher ups, the ones with transports and off-island goodies.
Yeah, they run the show around here.
Totally.
We do what they say.
8 hours a day, and then
Party,
chest bump.
Cool name.
Here's your clothes and chewed monkey hat, man, Montroy man.
It's a really cool name.
Yeah, you're good to go.
Yep, the exit is the second door on the left.
Hasta la bye-bye, Montroy man.
Still a bit woozy from Tina Buffet's Singapore sling, I stumble into the concrete hallway and find 2 second doors on the left. I decide to go into the first one.
Mr. Montroy, I trust you had a nice rest. We'd like to make sure that your stay here on Vashmoria is as pleasant as possible. Here are a collection of travel brochures and accommodation options.
Says here with or without chickens.
And your temporary realtor license.
But I really...
And would you like to exchange any currency?
Currency?
We're technically separate from Canamerico, Mr. Montroy.
Well, yes, then I would...
Excuse me?
What?
Hello?
Oh. I see. Of course.
It seems your accommodations are taken care of.
Suddenly, the floor drops out from beneath me. And I get sucked into a silver tube that keeps changing direction until I'm roughly deposited into a dimly lit room that seems almost as if it's underwater.
Mr. Montroy, it's so nice of you to drop by.
Stay tuned for next season's beginning episode of the action-packed, heart-stopping, toe-tapping, lawn-mowing, vomit-inducing roller coaster ride of a lifetime. The adventure that will change the way you feel about the rock. Ruraltopia, last stand of the NIMBYs.